unbelievable. Another opportunity just to, prove to myself that I can do all the things that I say that I can, and just an unbelievable opportunity to, be surrounded by, all the teams and also just my teammates that I haven't had a chance to see for such a long time. So it's good to see a bunch of familiar faces and just feel at home again.
You weren't able to do much at the combine. What was the testing like?
Today, it was great. Again, just doing everything that I could, best that I could, and very happy with what happened. And the numbers that I put up, with all the drills, and then just the position work with Coach Mariano went spectacular. So I'm really, really glad that we had the opportunity to work together again. Maybe for the one last time. So felt like old days for player practices when veteran Mariano would take lead of the indie drills. So it just felt like right at home. So it didn't skip a beat.
Your experience at the combine, what did you hear back from teams about your game, and what was the experience in general like for you there?
It was unbelievable. It was really, really maybe a little different for me just because I didn't get the chance to do the on-field stuff, but in terms of interviews, getting a chance to be around not only NFL coaches but also other guys around the country that are shooting for the same opportunity as the rest of us, and it's really cool to see how competitive other guys are and how similar or different some guys might be, whether it be scheme-wise, the way you grew up, things that you just don't get a chance to get exposed to unless you get in that side of setting. But interviews were great, a lot of install, a lot of recall, whatever that looks like, and then just great conversations.
What was your goal today in terms of just stuff you couldn't do in Indy that you could maybe get done today and show teams?
For sure. For me, it was never about like the numbers. Yes, like you have something you're shooting for, whether that be like a goal, an objective, but like for me, it's really just to show everybody that I can do the things that people have seen on film, that I've said, that other people have said, really just to put that verifying stamp on who I am.
What's one lasting memory or some learning lesson that Regent Fleck taught you that you think has paid off as your transition as you go to the NFL?
It's very simple, very quick, but it's not what you do, it's how you do it, and I think that can be applied to everything in life, whether that's the relationships that you have with people. It's not just texting them on the weekend, whether it be a family member, a close friend. It's checking up on people, asking them how they're doing, looking somebody in the eyes when you're shaking their hand. It's the little things that people take for granted, and it can be applied to anything in your life, how you watch film, how you use your opportunities on the field, because it can be gone in a blink of an eye and you never know. So for me, that's really what I've taken away as my, my main last thing.
Cody, when teams ask you about your injury history, how do you answer that?
There honestly hasn't been too many questions other than just like kind of what happened. It hasn't really no like negative feedback. For me, it's just showing and explaining that like there's no injury one that has been like super gruesome or something that like I haven't been able to bounce back from. Like I've had injuries, yes, but it's nothing that I haven't shown that has been fixed, and I can come back and perform just as I did or even better. So whatever that looks like through 21, through my last season this last year, and again, things have happened, there's been setbacks, but I think that just makes me stronger, and it's shown that I can handle adversity and push through things like that, because we play a violent sport, the game of football, and things like that are going to happen, and it's how you respond to it. And for me, I'm glad that I've had those steps and challenges to test me, see how that what I've made in the fire, how it comes out. So really glad with the conversations I've had and the way that it's all unfolded.
Cody, what surprised you most about the draft process?
It's a great question. It's really cool, especially I had the opportunity to train down in Phoenix, so it's really cool to get around other like-minded people. Not that you don't find that in college, but it's just like, all right, everybody here at the facility is working for the same goal, like to be their best. You're watching film together, you're working out. It's like there's a lot of really good people out there that you just don't have the opportunity to maybe have the experience with until you get out into a setting like that. Because like you're always going up against somebody. It's like, all right, like it's this team. Like I don't like you because it's this team. And it's like you meet a human being that is just another person like you, and it's like, okay, you're a great person. Like we all share very similar things. So it's like the thing that was coolest for me is to meet all the great people that I did, share experiences, whether that's coaches, athletes, family members. And for me, it's just really cool right now. Like we come back here, and you see this guy, and then see a lot of familiar faces, and it's really nice to come back home and see these guys.
Are there any players that you made connections with on the fields?
Yeah, there was a lot, especially the linebackers. A lot of great people, like I said, like not even just all great football players as well, but really, really good people too that you get a chance to, whether you're sitting down and eating, you're working out, you go through some hard, you get some good together as well. So a lot of great opportunities and experiences with a lot of new people.
What's the emotion like for you now from running around in your backyard as a kid, high school football, college football, that this is now starting to be real, that you can be a pro football player?
It's been great. It's kind of like the whole thing, like moving away from home for however long, not seeing a lot of these guys, seeing my parents, my family for numerous months, and then coming back home and it all happening so fast. It's been hard almost to kind of take a step back and see the process and be grateful for everything that's happened. But I am very grateful and appreciative for everything that I have and like the people that I have around me. And now I think is a time to really reflect on what's happened and be really, really grateful and appreciative of everything that I've had.
Yeah, Cody, great answer. I got a two-part question. What's your favorite memory as a Gopher? That's the first part.
Is that on the field or in general?
Just in general.
I'd say any team activity with the fellas, anything. You get a fogo, you get a meal, you get the movies with the boys, maybe a little water park action.
I like that. And then this question, so when I came out to visit you in Phoenix, you made us some good steaks.
Yeah.
How do you like your steaks cooked?
Medium. Thanks.
Did you grow up a Vikings fan, or besides you, player?
100%. Growing up, I think I took for granted Adrian Peterson. You just don't know what you don't know when you're a young kid. Same thing, you get the Harrison Smiths. Like, again, like, it's really cool to see him come back for another year. Like, it's scary. Like, you take it for granted. Like, a guy like that is going to leave, and it's like, oh, geez. Like, I don't think I really appreciated, like, how good of a player and a person that you have on that team. Like, somebody that doesn't make any, doesn't cause any problems, doesn't, do anything bad off the field, but it's a really good person and a football player. And like once it's gone, it's gone. I would say those two guys, one offense, one defense, is two guys that I really enjoyed watching, and maybe took for granted a little bit. And but it's been really, really cool watching those two.
It feels like Minnesota sports follow their people, right? So like being from Minnesota, being from the area, like what does that mean to you? How going into the NFL and seeing like the Blake Cashmans, guys like that. Hey, I get to be the next one.
Yeah, it means everything to me, honestly. That's really where it all starts, is my support system, my backbone, and it's my family, it's my community that I grew up in. I still am very, very close with, whether it be my friends that I grew up with, even their parents. Like, I still stay in contact with a lot of them. It's teachers. When I go back home to the high school, I still know, 75% of the teachers. Principal Farley's still there. It's really, really nice to go back home and see all the support that I have and that I still have. Like, it was there when I was in high school. It was there when I was growing up as a young kid. You're playing in the park at a jamboree, and it's just like to see it grow into the level that it is right now is something that I'm super, super grateful for.
How important was the support of your teammates today at Pro Day?
100%. That was another big one. Kind of like being away for so long, kind of like I said, it's seeing those familiar faces, that comfort that you get just seeing those guys. Like Drag, you get a smile. You can't not laugh around that guy. It's just so nice to be around, to have that sort of comfort, and to know that, like, whatever happens here today, I got those guys around me, and I know that it's all going to be all right regardless of what happens.
You mentioned earlier about Corey going to Daniel Mariano, who's now the full-time position coach at linebacker. You played with him, you've seen him as a coach too, so what's your reaction to Mariano coming together?
Super happy for him. He worked his tail off for everything that he's given, and I'm very glad that I got the opportunity one last time for him to take me through some drills. Kind of like I said, it's just like an old player practice again with him leading the charge. And same thing, like seeing the old guys like come back here again. It's just a comfort thing. Like, I didn't blink with him out there with me. Like, we ran through some drills. Was said that like, hey, he's going to take you through some stuff. We made sure we got all the right stuff, and we went from there. So didn't blink, didn't miss a beat, and I'm super, super happy for him and the road that he's on.
All set with Cody. All right, appreciate it.
Thank you guys. Good to see you guys again.
Good to see you, man.